Hello students. In this video, we're going to dive into a fascinating topic, the states of matter. Matter is all around us, and it can exist in three main forms: solid, liquid, and gas. We encounter these forms every day, whether it's the ice in our drinks, the water we drink, or the steam rising from a hot cup of tea. So, let's take a closer look at how matter can change its state and what happens when it does. Let's start with something familiar: water. Water is one of the most interesting substances because it can easily change between solid, liquid, and gas. When water is in its solid form, we call it ice. But when ice is heated, it melts and becomes liquid water, just like what you drink or use to wash your hands. And if we keep heating that water, it will eventually turn into steam, which is water in its gaseous state. This transformation between states happens primarily because of changes in temperature and pressure. Now, let's explore how these changes take place. When you heat ice, it starts to melt and turn into water. What's happening here is that the heat provides energy to the ice particles, making them vibrate more quickly. As they gain energy, they begin to move around and break free from their fixed positions, allowing the ice to change into a liquid. This process is known as melting. On the other hand, when you cool water enough, it begins to freeze and turns back into ice. In this case, the cold environment removes energy from the water particles, causing them to slow down. As they lose energy, the particles start to stick together in an organized structure, forming solid ice. This process is called freezing. But what if we continue heating the liquid water? When water is heated further, it turns into steam, a gas. This happens because the heat gives even more energy to the water particles, making them move very rapidly. Eventually, some of these particles gain enough energy to escape from the surface of the water, turning into water vapor. This process is called evaporation. And what about when the steam cools down? As steam loses heat, it turns back into liquid water. The cooling process reduces the energy of the particles, causing them to slow down and come closer together, forming tiny droplets of water. This process is called condensation, and you can observe it when you see droplets of water on the outside of a cold glass on a hot day. Matter behaves differently when it's heated or cooled, expanding when heated and contracting when cooled. This is because the particles in matter move faster and need more space when they gain energy, and they slow down and need less space when they lose energy. Water, however, is quite unique. While most substances contract as they cool, water contracts until it reaches the freezing point, but then it does something surprising: it expands. This is why ice floats on water and why a bottle of water might burst if it freezes solid. Now, let's talk about how these changes in matter are classified. Changes in matter can be either physical or chemical. A physical change is one that alters the appearance of a substance but doesn't create anything new. For example, when ice melts into water, it's still water, just in a different state. You can freeze it again to get ice, making this a reversible change. Another example of a physical change is blowing up a balloon or slicing an apple. The substance itself doesn't change, just its form or shape. On the other hand, a chemical change is one where a new substance is formed, and it can't easily be turned back into what it was before. Burning paper, for example, turns it into ash, and you can't reverse that process. Similarly, when iron rusts, it forms a new substance called rust. Cooking eggs also causes a chemical change. Once they're cooked, you can't turn them back into their raw state. So, as you can see, matter is constantly changing in fascinating ways, whether it's through simple physical changes or more complex chemical transformations. And these changes are happening all around us, all the time. Now, here's a question for you to think about. What is the term used to describe the change from a liquid to a gas? Please share your answer in the comments below. The complete curriculum for Class 5 is available on our channel. Check out all the links provided in the description below. Please make sure to like, share, and comment for more such videos.